So here's how the multiple units of measure feature works. So now when you create an item, or even if you have existing items, you can specify you can specify more than one unit of measure. So first of all, we removed it from this sheet because now there's multiple units of measure. So you can open an item, and then here you'll see, for example, for this item, there's 2 units of measure. There's always the base unit. The base unit, this is a unit that all the accounting will be done in. So all the inventory reports will be in this unit. All the quantities in the inventory reports will be in this unit. And then you have other units that are multiples of the base unit. You can have multiples, higher multiples or lower multiples. For example, I could have kilogram as the base unit, and then I can have tons, which is 1,000 kilograms, and then I can have grams, which is 0.001 kilogram. So let's see how we do that. So let me set up first new unit of measure for, let's say, so first, let's say cement. Now, about inventory. If this is a tracked inventory item, you must specify a unit of measure. You cannot leave it blank. If it's not a tracked inventory item, then you can leave it blank, but you can also specify unit of measure. Okay, so I upgraded the organization to premium because inventory tracking is only available in premium. So let's go back to creating a new unit of measure, a new product. I'm gonna make it tracked product. And here I can still choose a single unit of measure. So for example, I want to say I'm tracking this by the kilogram. And that's fine, and I can save. And once you pick a unit of measure for an item, if it's the single unit of measure that you've created, it becomes the base unit. Okay. Now you can, of course, here what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up multiple units of measure. So to set up multiple units of measure, I always first specify the base unit. Then these are defaults that are optional that you can set. So selling price, basically, this is the default price that we will pick whenever you're creating an invoice or quote or credit note or delivery note, anything in the sales section. If you pick that item and you pick that unit, we will default the unit price to the amount that you enter here. Now let's add another unit. I'm gonna add tons. I'm gonna say this is 1,000 kilogram. Let's say the selling price here is, I don't know, like 2. And let's say here it's 2,000, and let's say I buy it for 1 and for 1,000. Now, there's also additional defaults that you can set here. So typically a business will buy in bulk and they will sell in retail. So you will buy typically, for example, in tons, and you will sell in kilograms. So when you set these defaults, whenever you're creating an invoice for that item, the cement item, the default unit of measure that we will set for you will be kilograms. And whenever you're creating a bill, the default we will set is going to be tons. Okay, so now let's click save, and now we're, I think, good to go. We just need to choose the cost of goods account, and we're going to save. Okay, so let's set up some opening balances here for that cement. So I'm going to create an inventory adjustment, and I'm going to say I want the opening balances on 1st of April in my, I think this is an organization that is KSA. Yeah, this is KSA. So I'm going to choose my base currency. I'm going to choose the primary warehouse. And here, so there's a change. Whenever you pick a product that has multiple units of measure, when you click on the product, the next step is for you to choose which unit of measure you want to create this adjustment with. So in this case, I'm going to start with, let's say my warehouse has 1 ton. So now you can see the unit of measure here. And I'm going to say initial quantity, and quantity is 1. So this is in tons now. And then let's say the inventory value is 5,000, and I'm gonna just put some kind of equity account here, and I'm gonna post this. Now this is posted. This is tons. So if I go to my inventory report, it should show me 1,000 as quantity because the base unit is kilograms. So if I go to reports, inventory movement, so this is cement, and as you can see here, it's 1,000 because the base unit is kilogram. And so now let's go, for example, create a bill. And if I pick here the item, since I set the default to be tons, it will automatically be selected here. Of course, I can still change it. And let's go ahead and purchase 1 more ton. So I'm gonna put this purchase or this inventory in the primary warehouse. Okay, and now if I go to the inventory movement, I should be seeing one more ton coming in from that bill. And now let's sell, for example, a few kilograms of that cement. Again, here the default will be kilograms because we set the default unit in sales to be kilograms. I need to pick the warehouse. And the price, this is the default price. Okay, let's say I sold, I don't know, 10 kilograms. And let me finalize. And so here, if I go to the report, I will see a minus 10 kilograms in change in quantity. Now, once you've used a unit of measure in anything, even like it's a line item on a draft invoice, you cannot change it anymore. So if I go to items here, okay, so if I click edit units here, I cannot modify this. I should not be able to modify this either. You can still add more units, but you can of course change the defaults, but you cannot add more units. You cannot edit units that have already been used in transactions.